Hello and welcome to the Creator's Garden. I am called Harpy, and today we will be doing some Amazing Digital Circus fan art. Specifically, we'll be focusing on trying to draw Caine, and that is because I don't have much practice drawing him. But he's a really cool character, and I would like to be able to draw him a lot more. And I mean, I've seen some pretty cool fan art of him. I'll be real. So, yeah, without further ado, we'll go ahead and move on to the main camera. Oopsie. I need to move. 1 second. Okay. Sorry, the boards were being a little bit noisy outside. For those of you who don't know, in the Creator's Garden I have all sorts of little creatures known as borbs. You can see them on the screen actually. And of course my most favorite borb is Feather King. Which I will go ahead and summon him really quickly. Hopefully, that'll get his attention. There he is. Hi, Feather King. But yes, we do have some quick sketches of Caine ready to go here. Mostly just so I can get decent handle on some poses that I could try out, because usually when it comes to sketching out completely fresh drawings, I really spend a long time just figuring out what pose I want to do. Okay, in any case, let me just move myself right over there. That should do it. But yeah, hopefully the audio quality is doing much better. But yeah. And so what I'm thinking of doing is I'll try and like finalize any of these sketches that I feel need to be like just kind of cleaned up a little bit more. Otherwise, I could probably just get straight into coloring and see what happens. I probably should have a reference up because I keep forgetting. I know Caine has a blue eye and a green eye, and I keep switching up which side it's on. I'm sure people will yell at me in the comments later when watching the VOD, which it is. And if you are an artist who's also a Caine enjoyer, let me know, like, how do you go about figuring out how to draw his teeth head, you know? Alright, everything seems to be in working order. I think the jaw thing is kind of this shape. And then like that. I might just keep it like this for his jaw actually. So that way I'm not using so much of my alcohol marker ink. Like, I have them right here, but at the same time, it's like, if they're for unpolished work, like these ones, then it's like, I don't really want to use them as often. But they are the most fun to use for me. This is also kind of interesting actually, because maybe like the sporadic parts that are left behind kind of act as the bit of texture in the gums, so could work out. I may not be able to do everything in color pencil, but I'll do a decent amount in it. And then whatever I can't do in color pencil, I'll just grab the alcohol markers for. It'll be a mixed media sort of thing. Another interesting Caine related thing that I saw was I believe it was Wicked Makers. They're the ones who like do all sorts of animatronics based on pop culture and such. And they did a whole bunch of like Poppy Playtime, FNAF, that sort of thing. So I thought they would like stick more with the mascot horror type thing. But then I saw that they tried to do like a floating Caine animatronic, and I'm like, really? You're gonna attempt that? Alright. And to be fair, I think what they managed to do was pretty cool. Lightly here, and add some yellow. So it just kind of blends like that. Aha. See, we can just do it like that. Yeah. Now I'm trying to remember. maybe after I'm done with this one, with coloring just this first one, I'll go ahead and grab a reference. Because I think I remember most of it, but some of the smaller details I think I might have forgotten. Because I know I remember with like Wiggy Makers and such that there was like supposed to be like a gold underlining to the coat, what they've seen. And then, you know what? I'm gonna grab my black pen. Yes, it doesn't quite fit, but eh. And I guess this way I don't have to worry too much about it leaking through the page. Like, yes, the black ink is pretty wet, but it doesn't usually seep through, usually. I feel like I'm talking about yellow spotted lizards. If you know, you know. Trying to remember the color of the shirt and the lapels. I think I'm just gonna go for one of them, and we'll see what happens. This is my quiz to figure out if I actually know what I'm doing. And there is a bow there, it's kind of hidden from this pose, so yeah. That'll be my first attempt at Caine. Now I'm gonna go look up a reference. And here's just a quick closer look at it. Okay, time to go look up that reference. Okay. I think I got it right. The only thing that I was forgetting was the red stripe on the hat. That's just about the only thing. But alright. We can work with that. marshmallows, honestly. But I got the colors on the correct sides. So there's that. Yeah, I'll add a little bit of this into the gum, see if that helps it kinda at least keep it separate from the color of his jacket. So for any fans of Amazing Digital Circus out there, how are we feeling? I know there's been a lot of talk about how to feel about the finale and the series as a whole because of it. And I think one video I saw kind of sums up a little bit of what I think is going on, because, you know, when I think about the stuff that like I was into as years gone by, like, for one, I probably wasn't this deep into online fandom spaces. But I think there's other things that are in play as well. And hello, Ferox, welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're doing well. You're feeling mad about it? That's completely fair. Like, I did, like, after watching the finale, like, I know there's a few things that I was personally disappointed by, but that was purely because, you know, I had a favorite character, and yeah. I had a couple favorite characters in this show, and it just, I don't know. It feels like picking a horse in a race and finding out that they lost, that they didn't make it to the finish line. It's like, come on, man. I picked even multiple horses and I still lost. That's what it felt like a little bit to me. Interesting. Yeah. But, I think like, especially when I think about like the cartoons I've seen over the years, it's like, how many of them actually got a proper ending? How many of them actually got to tell a story that the way that they wanted to? Like, even Samurai Jack, it was like years before they gave it a season 5. It's like, oh hey Samurai Jack, we thought you were dead. but I think it's still like the concepts and ideas that were presented in the media that still make it like something that we talk about. Like Curse the Cowardly Dog, for instance. It's still a great show, but I don't think it ever got a proper ending. It got like maybe some season finale type stuff, but there was never really an overarching plot, I don't think. Like, there were plot elements, but that was never really the focus. And that's mostly due to the episodic nature of the show, but because that's how the shows were designed back then. So I think for me, the whole trying to theorize or guess where the show is going bit kinda like is not for me. Because then it sets like unnecessary expectation on the show for it to either prove or disprove me. And then it's like, if you get proven right, then it's either you feel smart, or maybe then you'll say, oh, the plot is so trite I could easily guess it. But, you know, I feel like if you're going to theorize about it, just, you know, try to keep your expectations in check. And try to keep your, like, emotions about it in check as well. Because, for instance, like, I attempted to watch, you know, Has-Been Hotel, because there were elements of it that I thought were really cool, and I thought it was going to cover certain things. Only for it to go in a direction that I wasn't really expecting nor wanting. So I just kinda fizzled out on it by the time season 2 was done. I was like, alright, I don't think I like the way the show is going. It's like the show is telling a different story than I thought it was going to tell, and I don't think that's the type of story that I'm interested in right now. So for those who like it, it's like, good on you. Then this is your story. If it speaks to you, it speaks to you. But for me, it was like, wasn't the type of stuff I was looking forward to. And the same could be said for Amazing Digital Circus. I've like heard other people saying like they tried to get into it, but it just wasn't for them. It wasn't talking about the things that they thought it was going to focus on. And so they just weren't as engaged with it as some others might be. drops the story like how Andy dropped Woody in Toy Story 2. I don't want to play with you anymore. Exactly. And you can do that with like any media that you just find, you know, didn't meet your expectations, or you found out, oh, I thought it was one thing and it turned out to be another. Whoops. Guess it's not for me. Oh. Okay, we got a 50-50 on the pajamas and the maid cafe, so we'll go for maid cafe since I haven't switched to that yet. Due to the nature of how I binded my keys for my outfits, I will probably end up in the pajamas at some point. But yeah, I actually talked about this in the community tab, asking for people's thoughts about whether they wanted to control what I'm wearing during the stream. So, for those who are in chat, they currently have a poll going on of like, what outfit should I wear? And I'm thinking that basically it'll just be left as an ongoing poll. Because it doesn't seem to like come with any sort of timer or anything that I can set. So the only way to end it is if I manually do so. But yeah, so that poll will be left as an ongoing one, so that anyone who drops in can just leave a vote of what outfit they want to see me in during the stream. And the one that's currently majority vote will be the one that I'm in. But in the case of an even 50-50 split like right now, I'll just like kind of change every now and again when I feel like it. Luckily, the good thing about Caine is that he's so stretchy and bouncy that you can kind of... the shapes of him are kind of forgiving. So like, so long as you get the general shapes going. Well, I think I'm getting the hang of it at least. I think figuring out like how to do various expressions with Caine is probably going to be the most difficult part. Because the top part of the jaw kind of seems to act like his eyebrows in a way. Which, you know, I gotta also applaud the animators on that. Is when you watch Caine in motion, it's like while he's talking, like you still get a sense of like what he's feeling, even when like the mouth is moving, because it's like the mouth is both acting as a mouth and also the eyebrows. So it's a very interesting, like, you know, combination there. And it really makes you think, like, just how far you can push a character design. Thinking most likely after these preliminary like sketches, I'll try and like maybe do a more I don't know, more stylized Caine. This mauve color is kind of helping in keeping the red of his gums and the red of his coat kind of separate. Just trying not to press too lightly, but not too lightly, too hard. One of these days I'll get the hang of talking and drawing at the same time. You don't think I will? I mean, we'll see. Salvage that. sleepwear time. I'm getting the hang of it. Well, I don't think that's too bad for my, I guess, second-ish try. But what do you guys think? And if there's any Caine enjoyers who are also artists who are watching the VOD later, feel free to let me know if you've got any tips of how to draw Caine. Do is that I'm going to start sketching out like a proper illustration pose for Caine. And once I'm done with the sketch, we'll go on break. Just had it right here. And the eraser. And I think for this one I am going to go for a more stylized look. Excuse me. basically got my sketch finalized. Just to give a clearer view. I am going for episode 8 Caine. More or less, anyways. But yeah. So with that, we'll be going on a quick break, and when we come back, we will be inking and coloring this. So I hope you'll take some time to get some hydration, get some stretches in, maybe get some snacks. Because you gotta take care of yourself, you know? Said, I will leave you with the fishing mini game and the borbs, and I will see you when I get right back. And I'm back. At least I think so. Uh-oh. Am I frozen? Yes, I am. I was frozen today. I'm sorry. Well, hello is just... If you know, you know. All good to go now. Speaking of my PNG tuber, I'm actually working on a new variant of it. But we'll see how far along that goes. And even if I do end up finishing on making that variant, I'm probably not gonna show it until next year because I still have like plenty of costumes on this variant that I want to show off and make use out of. Like, I've got a Halloween costume. And I think I still want to get one more use out of my seasonal outfit before I retire this one. Alrighty. I think what we're gonna do, we're just gonna get into, we'll start with the coloring first, then we'll do line art. Usually I do line art first, then color, but I think I've been liking the process more when I start with the coloring. I've been kind of liking doing this kind of more painterly process, I suppose. The alcohol markers. kind of letting the ink flow, but also kind of just having a little bit more control than I would with a paintbrush. Hello, Kana. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it. Thank you for the hydrate and the head pats. Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, it's Caine today. So just to give you a quick look, these were the preliminary sketches and doodles that we did earlier in the stream. Just to kind of figure out how to draw them, how to color them, that sort of thing. And luckily I was mostly correct on my first try. Mostly. But now I'm trying to do a full-on illustration. And I'm trying to keep in mind where I want the lighting and everything, so it is going to be very dramatic looking. Ah, I see. Oh. I just saw that the poll changed. Alright, maid cafe outfit it is. I'll go ahead and end the poll right now since we're basically at the tail end of the stream. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna finish it that quickly, but I'm enjoying the process so far. Basically, just keeping in mind which of my colors are most useful for certain areas. I think the old red to geranium is working out pretty well, actually. Geranium to natural lipstick, though, not quite as seamless. Better fit. just barely a better fit. Brokens? Oh. You mean where the Borbs were? Yeah, I think like after a while they kind of go away on their own, but yeah. You going home? Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you for stopping by. I should not have used that color in that spot, but that's okay. Don't mind going over that too much because that is going to be covered in black, so yeah. liking how this is turning out so far. Oh, whoops. I actually had it in top chat this entire time. Sorry about that, Kamada-kun. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're doing well. Oh, you're lurking? Well, thank you for stopping by. And welcome back, Kana. You liking it so far? I am too, actually. I think this is a process I might start doing from now on when it comes to at least the standalone illustrations. It just feels nice. don't know. Maybe I don't want to line art this. Because it's already looking kind of good. What do you think? Yeah, no line. I'm glad you're liking it. Now the question is how I want to do the background. Nearly forgot one arm. Covered in ink. prefer a dark blue, maybe. just about done. So yeah. I hope that everyone who stopped by enjoyed the stream. I think I got a slightly better understanding of how to draw Caine now. If ever so slightly. But if you still think I'm getting stuff wrong about him, or if you think there's some tips I could benefit from, feel free to leave them in the comments if you're watching the VOD. But I think I might leave them here with maybe, where did my, I could have sworn I had a white gel pen. Maybe that's what fell. Not what fell. I love how you draw him so much. Aw, thank you. Oh, that's where I put it. Okay. I knew I had one. Try and just clean it up just a teensy bit. I'd like to thank everyone who stopped by, whether you are in chat or watching in the VOD. I really appreciate you guys being here. And it was a lot of fun seeing how much I could improve in just a couple hours. But yeah, of course. Here is the close-up. And what's more, I think I'm getting a better understanding of which of my colors are best suited for gradients. At least for blending with one another as well. It's like you can blend with alcohol markers in general, but the light colors definitely work better, and sometimes I just lose track of which ones are more alike than others. So handsome, love the glitching. Yeah, the glitching was a little bit more subdued in this than a couple of other tries I've tried. But I think I just tried to keep it a little bit more sporadic, and also I tried to think about like where I want the focus to be on. Like if you're like going in between like the glitching spots, like where would I want the focus to be on? Where would I want your eye to go to? So I tried to keep that in mind. The keyword here is tried. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. And as usual, if you enjoy my art, I hope you consider taking a look at my webcomic, the Snapdragon Club series, in which it's available to read on Tumblr, or you can watch the slideshow / comic dub version on my channel. It's under the Snapdragon Club series playlist. So you can just watch it from the beginning if you feel like it, and I hope you'll let me know what you think. And if you'd like to know when I do more, I hope you'll consider leaving a like, a comment, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have already, thank you very much. And of course, if you're feeling super duper generous, we do have a Ko-fi link right up there, where you can buy me a boba, you can become a visitor of Sanctus and get a borb attributed to your name. They show up at the beginning of every stream. And also, we have stickers available in the Ko-fi shop, including those of my Harpy form, in all sorts of cute and adorable outfits, as we've seen throughout the stream. As well as my Princess Borb form as well. There's also some free Borb emojis if you just feel like getting those. Those are also available in the Ko-fi shop as well. Wish I was a succulent so I could but make more of myself to subscribe 10 times and watch your streams 10 times at once. Aww. You're sweet. But yeah, I think that'll do it for today's stream. Next stream, I believe I'm going to be trying to do some attempts at redrawing some past art, because I've been drawing for quite a long time, I feel, and I have a collection of art pieces that I feel like either I could do better or I have a different take on it that I wish to do. So you can stay tuned for that. And also in maybe a couple weeks time, I should be caught up in sketching more pages for the current latest installment of the Snapdragon Club, The Actress's Tale. So eventually we will be doing more comic streams where you can watch me make progress on that. Buy all the stickers. I appreciate the endorsement, Kana. Thank you. But yeah, thank you very much, and I hope you guys all stay safe and have a good day. See you later. Don't mind me, I'm just frozen again. Bye. Bye.